So, I said I want to try something new. I realized that I have a webcam that I haven't used yet, and I figured why not give it a shot. For my last two videos, I've just been doing free readings, audio only. I figure, there might be some reason to actually see my face while I'm doing this. Okay, now I want to be clear about something. I was really excited when my first book came out, so much so that I didn't bother reading the edits that my editor made. I just kind of handed it off to him and let him do whatever he wanted. Never is that more clear than the chapter I'm about to read, because this is my second try doing this. I couldn't finish 2 paragraphs straight last time. So anyway, I might as well get to work on this. And of course, let me know what you think after you've read this, or after you've seen this video. Read this. No, you're not reading anything. I'm reading. You're listening. Okay. Audiobook continued. Laceri begins on page 9. If you're reading along with me, if you're not, just enjoy. He's a night like most every other. El Driver, a name he's given himself, has company at his favorite bar, the unfriendly kind of company. He's with 2 men, a Cuban with his hair in cornrows, and a Negro as bald as El himself. The Cuban has drawn his gun, a 13mm Jackal limited edition. It's a good gun, too much for most people to handle. El thinks to himself while examining the firearm. He is complete without fear as he stares down at the muzzle of the gun, with his head held high. He adjusts the collar of his gray economy class suit and matching tie, and crosses his arms atop the table. His eyes are deep brown and seem to hold back a fiery evil. And his imposing presence is... He is, probably, an imposing presence even sitting. It is clear that he would stand over 6 feet tall. Mr. El, you pray this. It's too much, the Cuban man yells. 7,000 for only 1 truck. Plus 7 grand more on delivery, plus expenses. El's face is stone cold as always. What do I pay for? The Cuban asks. Insurance. El's voice is calm and piercing. No questions, guaranteed. I provide the tools and the training. If I fail, my replacement picks up where I left off. El continues in his soft but demanding voice. Before you think any more about shooting anyone, are you any good with numbers? No, why? The Cuban questions. It so happens to be that I am exceptional. So let's play a game. Count with me. If you look around right now, you will see there are 27 men looking at you in addition to myself. 25 of them are carrying guns. 24 of them are pointed at you. Half of those guns are 9mm Berettas, the favorite gun of the CIA. A third are carrying the .45 Destove, a Russian hand cannon. The rest, United States 50 caliber Desert Eagles. And there's 1 man outside with an M18 assault rifle, which the Army is going to start using late 2008. I wrote this book in 2007, by the way. So tell me, how many rounds are there between them? The Cuban tries to count on his fingers as El continues. It's 388, not counting your Jackal. You fire. You're not going to get out if you're alive. I see your point, Mr. El. Cuban puts his gun down and El takes it. I trust the packages are outside, like in the deal. Yes, the Cuban man responds. Let's all take a look. It's the hot dog taco truck. The now nervous Cuban nods to one side, and sweat starts to pour down his brow. Is it true that what people say about you? He questions timidly. What's that? That you kill people who refuse to pay you. What do you think? Elf questions calmly and coldly as he stands, tucking the Jackal into the back of his pants. He leads the Cuban and the Negro to the front of the bar and outside to the back of the bake rig. You never look at the package, I'm told. Wrong accent, sorry. The Negro says as El opens the truck. I never look in the package. El confirms as he begins moving boxes around. doing then? The Cuban questions. Making sure that what's here is what's supposed to be here. He starts counting the boxes. 101 boxes weighing between 20 and 45 pounds each. He finishes his count. There are 104 boxes here. 3 of them have to go. That's the deal, El coldly explains to them. The scared man nods, knowing their game is up. I'll be back in 45 minutes. Clean this to shake up, and I'll give you the flight plan, El orders. An hour later, El leads them back inside the bar after recounting the truck. Oh, actually, that's right. Never mind. He gives them the recap. Here's the plan. I drive by day, within the speed limit. I begin at 8:35 a.m., stopping at 12:35 and 5:35 p.m. for food and drink, making no more than 3 stops for gas per day. At 7:45 p.m., I make my way to the nearest hotel, motel, rest station, or legal park and go to sleep. You reimburse me for whichever when I drop off the assets at your P.O. box. This map shows my intended path. If this is not acceptable, you can set a new one. I will arrive at the rendezvous in 7 to 14 days. Once there, I will make 2 attempts to deliver the package, 13 hours apart. If there is any sign of danger, I will leave and come back in 1 hour's time. If there is no one there to meet me, I will take the contents and sell it myself. If I get there and there is no money, or it's not the right amount, I kill your messenger. Call my assistants and have them kill you. Find your address books and take the remainder of my money from your accounts. So don't mess up again. Everyone agrees and El sets off. Everything according to plan. Less than a block away, El picks up his partner Laceri, a giant of a man, with dark red hair and matching beard. Laceri is reminiscent of a Viking. He seems to stand over 8 feet tall and has a highly trim but muscular physique. The drive from Florida to Mexico is a long and unfriendly one, but one El and his partner have made dozens of times, just like their fathers had, and their sons will make after them. El's family has been in the same career for generations, moving and transporting anything and everything, and always with the same set of rules. On the fourth day, they hit a snag. A road that's on El's map isn't there in truth. Thank you. El turns the truck around and they return to the last town for both gas and directions. They stop at a diner where there seems to be a biker gang dining as well. Inside, El approaches the waitress and calmly asks, "Miss, can you help me?" She is chewing gum that smells heavily of watermelon-scented perfume. "What's up, stranger?" 10 miles up the road, there is supposed to be a bridge that leads into a town on the other side of the mountains. One of the bikers pipes in. He's a man with black hair and has a face torn from years of drug use. "That's old Nauvoo, isn't it? The bridge is gone, but there's still a road that goes through." "What happened there?" El inquires. "Some acid or radiation or some spill of some sort all over the place. Cops closed down the bridge and barred the road. They say it's on level now," the biker explains. "Still, some folks live around that part." "Can you tell me how to get there?" El asks as he is always calm tones. "No, but I can show you." "The 8 of us are heading that way," the man answers. "Take a load off, have a beer. We'll be leaving soon." El cracks a smile. "We don't drink, but thank you. We will sit." El and Laceri wait around with the bikers. They learn that the one who spoke with them is named Pistol. The rest of the talk, though, is almost incoherent babble. After a time, they leave, El and Laceri following the bikers around the mountain to the hangout, as they called it. A sleazy horror house called the Lania's Back. The place is not quite El style, but it's the only stop along the way. if they want to stay punctual. He goes to the front and sits by himself while Lashley makes his way to the restrooms, and the rest of the group finds a table together to continue their heavy drinking. Some commotion begins, but El pays no heed, until the bartender takes his cup and growls at him, "Time to pay the tab." El looks up at him and quickly notices that something is not right. Blood begins to rain from above, projected by the sprinkler system, and the bartender has grown a second head, neither head resembling anything even remotely human-looking. He leans over to grab El, but El kicks his chair back out and reaches. He leans over to grab El, but El kicks his chair back out of reach and leaps to his feet. The bartender jumps onto the bar and crouches like some kind of a wild animal. El round kicks him in the side and then axe kicks him to the ground. The mutilated bartender grabs El as he gets back up and throws him over the bar. "Bleed for me," the monster bartender forcibly orders. El stands up and cracks his neck in a prominent show of defiance, not defense. The tender stretches his rubbery neck to snap at the man. El grabs a nearby fire extinguisher and swings it. It gets caught in one of the monster's mouths. Having bought some time and wondering where the hell Laceri is in the surrounding ruckus, El raises his new gun and blasts the mutant's second head to pieces. By this time, the room is crowded with dozens of beasts of all shapes and sizes. "Looks like the mail's gonna be late today," El mutters as he faces a bar full of Hell's own minions. Okay, looks like that's what I have time for. I'm now going to get to work on editing this because I went well over. Anyway, next time I'll be finishing up the prologue with Pistol, Trash, and Spooky. Starts on page 14. Bye-bye.